Back in April of 2024, Delta-17 was released to the public, and many of you out there added these items to your various collections. And I suppose now is as good a time as any to go back and revisit that first year of releases. Now, we had 12 items released in that first wave, as well as a Joe Fest exclusive that was released a little bit later on in the year, as well as a comic book to begin telling the lore of the franchise. Now, for those of you who come back for every single video, I do want to thank you for your support, and for those of you who are relatively new to the channel and are wondering, what is Delta-17? Now, you may come to the Toy Connections YouTube channel and simply watch my walkthroughs of toy shows or the various history videos that I've done over the past number of years. So to be perfectly frank, Delta-17 is an independent toy line done in the O-ring 3 3/4 inch style, very much akin to what G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero was back during the 80s and the 1990s. Some of you may only be hearing about Delta-17 for the first time, so in quick summary, 5x5 Toys was founded by my friend Steve Plett a few years ago, and he's effectively the one who created Delta-17. He brought me along a little while later, and we've been business partners ever since, going to the annual Joe Fest show, and ultimately just promoting Delta-17 as a brand as a whole. What I did recently on social media is I posted a poll on our various social media platforms asking, who is your favorite Delta-17 figure? And I just thought what would be nice to do is post the top 3 picks as chosen by you the fans right here. Now, I realize it wasn't the most formally done poll that we did on social media, but if you happen to vote for more than one character in the line, what I did is I just took your vote, I divided it by 2, and I assigned half a vote to each of those characters. I didn't know what else to do, but I wanted everybody's vote to count. So if that's not the most mathematically correct way to do things, I do apologize, but I do want to show you the top 3 that you all voted for. For number 3, and just making his way onto the list, is Shadow Dragon. The enemy leader of the main faction we call the Dark Shadows. He's quite enigmatic in nature, using both technology as well as the hiring of Retrograd as a mercenary faction to his advantage. The removable cloth cape is a feature we added to the toy to give him a bit more of a convincing look as a leader. And the cape even has a wire along the bottom so that you can fold it to your liking. Sculpted by Jesse Sandifer, Shadow Dragon blends fantastical elements with a samurai type of appearance to make him look that much more menacing. He's a character who doesn't seem to sell as well online as the other characters on this list, but when people see him in hand, he's one of the first, if not the first one, that they grab. At Joe Fest back in June of 2024, while we did restock our booth merchandise during closing hours, Shadow Dragon was literally the only one that I had to run back to the hotel room to grab another box of in the middle of the day, as he was moving that quickly from our booth and into the hands of various collectors. For number 2, we have Death Sparrow, leader of the aforementioned mercenary faction known as Retrograd. The troops at her command consist of disenfranchised Spetsnaz soldiers who have come to be known as the Thunder Battalion. She's quite prominent as a field commander in our comic issue number 1, carrying out the key operations for the villain side. And we often get a lot of positive feedback for the design choices and overall aesthetic of her. She was one of the earlier designs completed before we went into production, and we're glad to see the figure make her way onto the shelves of many collections. And since this is a short list, let's just move on to number 1. We're proud that people chose Rooster as number 1, particularly as he was the very first design that Steve completed. He and Death Sparrow were sculpted by talented Mondo sculptor Tommy Hodges, and is another that we receive consistent feedback about when others tell us how much they like this line. He's a strong silent type by nature, but as evidenced by the comic, he's incredibly capable of getting the job done. That is, he's not just a cool looking toy, but he backs it up with his skill set. Being the comms and recon specialist for the Delta-17 heroic faction, Rooster's backpack can come apart into several pieces. There's room on the back to tap his radio onto, and he comes with a spare antenna in case you happen to lose one. Now, I can't say that we're all surprised that you voted for him at number 1, even if we're proud of all the designs and characters in this line. And since that was a rather short list, I'll make mention that Leonidas just missed out on making the cut. He's right there on the opening page of our comic when you read that first issue, and while he is considered the second in command for the team, he is something of a goofball, and he provides some comic relief throughout the issue. We'll also give something of an honorable mention to Thunder Battalion. While this one came nowhere close to making the top 3 as far as the actual fan voting was concerned, it is actually far and away our best seller as far as our first year's worth of sales is concerned. Now that's likely because he's a versatile army builder and people like having multiples, even if most of the feedback that we got was that other characters would be ranked higher above him on most personal lists. As mentioned in some previous videos, both Thunder Battalion and Death Sparrow are popular choices for people to display with their existing October Guard figures in their own G.I. Joe collections. Now I do want to kindly ask that if you happen to like this video, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel, press that like button, and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future Toy Connections video content. Yes, it's a small effort for you, but it'll go a long way towards helping me with growing this channel. If you happen to be a viewer of this channel and you were never actually aware that I was either helping or part of this independent toy line, do me a favor and go to Delta-17Toys.com, shop through some of the items, or go to one of our various retail partners, the links of which I'll leave in the description section below, as they happen to carry some Delta-17 product as well. Have a quick look, see if you like anything, and consider supporting us as a brand. Anyway, if you happen to like this video, I'm going to put another Delta-17 related video that you can click on right over here, or to have a look at some toy histories, you can have a look at this playlist right over here. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time. Take care.